Hello everyone, welcome back to another trip report. In today's trip report we are here at Ballina Byron Gateway Airport in Ballina, which is just south of Byron Bay, about half an hour south to be exact. There is a Jetstar plane in the background there, which is kind of cool. Hope you can hear me because it's slightly loud. But yeah, anyways, today we are going to be catching Virgin Australia Boeing 737-800 from here down to Sydney. Now this flight was meant to be with Qantas on a Q400, but I'm no longer able to take that flight, so I booked this flight about 5 hours ago. Anyways, I'll tell you a bit more about that later. Let's just go into the airport and hope we can check in, considering I am here about 3 hours before my flight departs. Once you've entered the departures terminal, we are now at the check-in zone straight away. Just on the left, far left here, we have the Jetstar check-in, then you have then you have Qantas, and then you have Virgin far to the side here. And then finally, at the very end, there's one small lane for Fly Pelican. They're the only 4 airlines that fly here currently. We cannot check in just yet because check-in only opens, as it says just there, 90 minutes prior to the flight departure, which is very annoying, but you know, it is what it is. Also, keep in mind it is mandatory to wear masks at all Australian airports due to COVID-19 at the moment. Also, one thing that I've only seen at Ballina Byron Gateway Airport so far since COVID, you do need to have your temperature checked, and they check that you have checked into the airport using the QR code. So, yeah, I think that's very good, keeping everyone safe. Now, I can't say I'm exactly sure what happened here, but what I believe is just my mic wasn't working for this particular clip. Anyways, after about an hour and a half, I arrived back at the check-in terminal. There's the departure board and my cancelled flight. But anyways, now that I'm back, let's go check in. Check-in was done with a little bit of a wait because there was only one staff there since it's still quite early. But yeah, got my boarding pass, boarding at 3:05 today. And now let's go through security. Security now done. Wouldn't say quickly, but also didn't take too long. Okay, bear in mind you do need to take out all of your laptops and everything. But yeah, anyways, the problem that I've noticed with Ballina Airport is, particularly at around 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, it's way too small for the amount of passengers that go through. It's packed. It's hard to find a seat. But yeah. Anyways, through the gate now. Plane should be arriving in about half an hour. I'm just going to go and charge my device since there are some charging plugs here, and get a quick drink or something. There are a few options here. We have the salt bar, the beach grill, which offers snacks and drinks, and then the relay, which is like they just have little bits and bobs, like heaps of different things. The airport is now totally cleared out due to that Jetstar plane leaving. Anyways, just here, from the sandbar place that I showed you guys earlier, we have the Deep Spring, which is like I think it's Australian, lemon lime citrus. It's like just a fizzy water with a little bit of flavour. It's low sugar, which is good. And then I got one of these delicious looking milk choc chunk cookies. Now, if you don't want to listen to the explanation as to why I'm on Virgin and why I'm with my Qantas flight, then skip to the time on screen just about there. So yeah, anyways, without further ado, I'm going to explain it. So basically, I'm quite annoyed because about 6 hours before the flight, 5 hours before you needed to be at the airport, got a message from Qantas, and they said that my flight was cancelled. Right, I have a connecting flight to Canberra on Rex at about 7 p.m. tonight, and they put me on an 8 p.m. 6:30 p.m. flight, so I wouldn't arrive until about 8. So that wouldn't work. And then so I was going to try and get a refund, but yeah, So I just had to I looked online, and then the only really good option for me was Virgin. So that's why I'm on Virgin. But I'm quite annoyed that they gave me such short notice, because they sent me heaps of messages to prepare for the flight, and I checked in and everything. So yeah. Anyways, that's why I'm flying Virgin today. The total cost of this flight was about $106. And normally wouldn't be quite that much, but because I booked it so late, it was more expensive. So yeah. Here at Ballina Airport, there is free airport Wi-Fi, which is available to everyone. You just need to fill in a few details and everything. I didn't seem to have to do it again, considering I was here about a month ago and didn't need to do it. So yeah. Anyways, yeah, it's not really fast, but it is fast enough to, after 5-10 seconds, to be able to load a YouTube video. So yeah. Here's our plane for today. Just arrived in from Sydney here. Today's plane for today that will be taking me down to Sydney is VH-YVA, which is a 2011 built Boeing 737-800 or 800, same thing. It was originally delivered to Virgin Blue / Virgin Australia in 2011, then transferred and painted into the Tiger Air livery in 2019, and transferred once again back to Virgin Australia, which is where it is right now, and that happened earlier this year. So yeah, that's basically the history of this aircraft. So it is about 10 years old. Just arrived in from Dubbo. Here we have a Fly Pelican Jetstream 32. Should be a link on the screen, top of the screen if I can remember, which I probably won't, of a trip report that is already out on this exact aircraft. Anyways, just told everyone to go to the gate for boarding, so should be boarding shortly.
Virgin Australia now welcomes business class guests, flight number Golf members of Velocity, travelling to Sydney on BA 1142 to board now through gate number 3.
It is now time for boarding through gate number 3. Hello. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Hello.
Hi, how are you? Excellent, thanks baby, welcome. Hi. Thanks so much, welcome.
My seat for today is 24A, which is on the right hand side of the plane towards the back. The configuration on the 737 is 3-3. Pretty decent view of the wing back here. Now that I've got settled into my seat and my seatbelt is fastened, let's go through the seat features of this aircraft. Also, there are in fact entertainment on this plane, but you will need to download the Virgin Australia Entertainment app prior to departure. So, yeah. Anyways, legroom is relatively good, but nothing special for a domestic flight. Then at the seat pocket here, there's a seat pocket for your personal devices, and then here we have a menu because Virgin Australia have introduced, now you have to pay for some things, and then here we have a safety card, and then here we have the tray table which goes out and in, which is quite nice. Yep, and there is no actually no seat pitch.
Could a Morgan, Pen and Anne Pike please make this self-known?
Oh, and also the headrests do fold like this, which is a very nice addition, and yeah, and I figured out later that head armrest just wasn't down, but there is seat pitch if you push that and then push back on the seat. But yeah, that's about it for this aircraft.
and thanks for joining us on our flight today to Ballina. I'd like to introduce you to the rest of the team. Flying us to Sydney this afternoon is your Captain Catherine Whitfield and your First Officer Malcolm Newman. Your cabin crew today, from the front here we have Erica, in the middle is Dakota, down the back is Giselle, and my name is Kira.
Fasten your seatbelt low and tight around your hips. To fasten, push both ends together until they click and adjust by pulling the strap until tight. To release, simply lift the buckle. You'll need to keep your seatbelt fastened whenever the seatbelt sign is on, and as always, it's best.
By the way, we are departing about 20 minutes late due to a late decision to refuel the aircraft. Because this plane is relatively new, it does have the Boeing Sky interior above the cabins, which is always cool. I actually haven't seen this for quite some time, considering most of Qantas's aircraft don't have it, and none of Rex is due to my knowledge anyway. Prior to departure at Ballina Airport, you always will need to backtrack the runway before you're able to take off, which is what we're in the process of beginning right now. We're now just completing our runway backtrack, and then we should be on our way. Enjoy the rainy takeoff. Currently going through an extremely thick cloud. We've been going through it for about 2 or 3 minutes now, if we get out of that soon. But let's just go through the buy on board menu. So I will get this for you guys. Let me just get the camera focused there. It's not focusing. So just at the top there we have a selection of cold drinks, which are all $3.50. And then there's a hot drink, which is $3.50. Coffee, tea and water, as it says down there, are complimentary. Here's some of the deals. Then we have a range of snacks going between $5 and $7.50. As these are all in Australian, by the way. Then we have some alcoholic drinks, and then a whole bunch of comfort things like headphones and everything. So yeah. Not terribly priced, but also definitely not cheap. But nothing overly expensive, particularly when it comes to aircraft. Oh, and as you might be able to see there, the windows are very, very dirty. Now going through some very uncomfortable turbulence. Still in the clouds as well. now at cruising altitude, and something very unusual is we are still in clouds, but you can see up the top there, there is a bit of a line between where I can see a little kind of a vague sky at the top of the screen. It looks more clear than at the bottom, so yeah, pretty cool. Never seen this before. Now climbed about another 1,000 feet, so we're just a few hundred feet above the clouds now. Anyways, camera crew just came around to do meal service. I got a complimentary tea, coffee or water. I chose tea today. And then I ordered for it, they were $5, some of these kettle sweet chili and sour cream chips. So, yeah. By the way, we will go through the Virgin Australia entertainment once I've had my snacks. We have now already started our descent into Sydney. I believe, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure the winds must be blowing in our favour, because normally the flight time for this flight is about 10 minutes longer than what I think it's going to be, which is about an hour and 10 minutes, by the way. So yeah, we're getting some very, very beautiful views now. Once you have connected to the Wi-Fi on board, which you need to go into settings to do, you can, when you enter the Virgin Australia app, this should be what you see. And yep, so just here we have, on the home page, we have just a bunch of trending for short flights. So these are like, you know, short movies that you can watch, comedy, drama, TV shows. They have heaps of although I wouldn't say they have heaps of options for each category, but they do actually, never mind, they have a lot of options here. So actually I'm surprised about how many different options they have. So yep, you have all of these things, and then we have just down here, if we hope the in-flight information isn't available. There we go. Now that we've got the in-flight map, let's take a look at our flight path. So we started up here in Ballina, then headed west to, flew over Lismore, then turned down and came down and past Newcastle, Port Macquarie, and we are now just below between Newcastle and Sydney, and beginning our descent. So, yeah. And then if you extend the box, then there's all the flight information for you. I'll turn it to Imperial, in case for you Americans, and then back to metric for everyone else, pretty much. So yeah, cruising altitude today was 38,000 feet, and yeah, should be arriving shortly.
Any large electronic devices, including laptops, now need to be put away. Feel free to
Beautiful views out there.
remember to hold them in your hands or put them in your seat.
We are now starting our approach into Sydney from the south. Once again, a bit of a turbulent descent, but nothing uncomfortable. We've now started our very nice approach into Sydney. Welcome to Sydney.
Just a reminder that seatbelt sign is still switched on. Please remain seated until the captain seems to switch it off.
We're gonna deboard through the front jet bridge today because for some reason they haven't opened the back door yet. Thank you. Thanks for the flight, Virgin Australia. Now we've deboarded the plane, I'm going to go and check in again for my next flight and then hop aboard a XR. Anyways, that'll be a separate trip report, so I will say thank you all for watching this video. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed. However, if you don't want to or you can't, that's also okay. Up to you. Verdict of Virgin Australia. Well, I'd say their number one competitor is Rex because they always match Rex's prices. Virgin or Rex, my answer is Rex. But if they say Qantas, on this route, Qantas is normally about $155 and Virgin is normally about $60 or $70. I would choose Virgin over Qantas when Qantas is that much more expensive. However, if Rex is the same price or if Qantas is only $20, $30 more, I would choose Qantas. So, nothing amazing, definitely not close to as good as it used to be, but still overall a very nice airline. So, yeah. Yeah, thanks for watching and I hope to see you in my next trip report.